what is what does most valuable mean to you when you're looking for an MVP? Like, what are the traits? What are the stats? What are the feats that you look at when you're trying to figure out who's the MVP of the league?
Hmm. Definitely leadership. I mean, you can't be MVP without being a good leader. Um, that's what I say off key. That's like an undeniable trait.
Mhm.
Scoring, I mean, you got to factor that in.
You have to be like the leading scorer of the league. Uh,
I wouldn't say the leading scorer in the league, but you definitely got to be.
Leading
I
scorer
mean,
of your
top.
team.
Yeah.
Um, I mean,
At least
I,
top five.
I think like one of the most important things is consistency. Now that can also be like kind of a hindrance because if you're constantly playing great, everyone's going to expect that, and then when those great moments happen, they can sometimes have a little bit less of effect. But obviously, like if you look at Dame or if you look at like Donovan, who have had their 71-point games, but they're still playing at like that very high level, I think that is probably the most that's like one of the top things that pops into my head if I'm thinking of an MVP is somebody who's like got that consistency to be great and stay great, but then still elevate beyond it. Like they know that there's still a ceiling they can break through, but the ceiling they're at is still very impressive.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
I like
like,
that. I do. So would you say playoffs? Like
so what about
at least? Would you?
like traits like if they weren't on this team would not be in the playoffs, or are you allowed to have like a good team like Jokic or like even like Joel Embiid? Or would
Hmm.
it be like if Damian Lillard had a winning record, would you give it to him over Joel and Jokic?
See that's hard.
Mm,
That's really that's a hard one because like
yeah.
a big part of me wants to lean more towards like a Dame situation where you're a consistently great player, but you're not getting the recognition you deserve solely based on the fact that the rest of your team can't pick up the slack that is needed for you to be at that big stage level. So like again, Dame, perfect example. Like one of the best shooters out there. Like he is a dangerous,
One of the
dangerous
best
man.
scorers,
Mm-hmm.
is which is mostly due to his shooting.
Right.
So like we'll say, can we all agree that Dame's not in the running and you wouldn't pick Dame because he doesn't have a winning record? Therefore, one trait that you must have is a winning record.
Um, I
Agree with
I
that, or would you
probably
vote for
Yeah.
Dame right
I
now?
need that. I need that. I need that winning record. Um, yeah, I would say that.
What about you, Marshall? Would you vote for
I
Dame
don't
anyway?
I would vote for Dame anyway.
Okay.
Because also you got to think about the work ethic too. Like he is someone like his head is down and he's driving constantly. Obviously like he's losing and he doesn't like let it like it gets to him, but he's holding himself at a standard
Yeah.
where he knows he's like he has to be at.
He
He's
doesn't
like, yes,
stop.
like losing like this sucks, but I'm not gonna let it stop
I
me
mean,
or keep me from doing what I'm supposed to do.
okay.
Uh,
So consistency is one.
right.
We all agree on that.
Yeah. I would say
And
like consistency for me
it's
is like
okay. I was gonna go. I thought we are gonna agree with the winning record, but it's okay that we don't, because I guarantee you, Damian Lillard's gonna get an MVP vote this year. There's
oh
always
yeah.
people like him that does, because
He's gonna get a
remember I
vote.
said he has
He won't get it.
14, 14 40-point games this year, 15
Mm-hmm.
30-plus point games this year,
Hmm.
not including the 40-point games. So consistency. What would be the next one if we had to pick three?
Okay, so mm,
Leadership. I mean, that's still my the ability to lead a team. You know what I'm
Like
saying? And that's
vocally?
why when that's why no, just like being a general on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like
Or like
Jokic,
Jokic?
he went he
Not
won
vocal. That's why I asked
hey,
that.
huh?
No,
Oh shit.
that was why I asked it. You said Jokic. Oh, I think Mike maybe have some technical problems. But
Yeah, I
no,
mean, I would agree. Leadership, 100%, that very important thing. Because again, you could have a great player out there, but doesn't mean that they're going to be able to like get people to follow them.
great. So consistency, leadership. I like leadership because we could put that under like leading your team in scoring or leading
Mhm.
the team to scoring, like Jokic. Getting triple doubles constantly, getting his team the ball with his rebounds.
Right,
Consistency and leadership. They sound like they go together the way we just described their
Mhm.
attributes.
right. Then
Last one.
the third thing. Mm, hmm. Oh, this has me stumped. Like the third,
I haven't picked it three myself either. I kind of just asked that question, wrote down that question, and thought, see where it
right?
went.
Because I guess the. Oh man, that's tough. That is so tough.
Yeah,
Like,
let's take a quick break. See
yeah,
if we can get Mike
like
back
give us time to think
and
about this. Yeah, and
get
hopefully get
one
Mike
more
back.
in there. All right, nerds. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Don't be woofing.
About a third thing
All
for
right. Welcome back,
MVP.
nerds.
But yeah, we're back.
Wisconsin Johnson thinks he has the final piece
Wisconsin Johnson.
to
Um,
the
I am,
MVP
yeah,
quality.
So wait, what
and
was the second one?
leadership,
Did y'all agree? All right, so y'all
Yep.
went with that. Okay,
Yes, we
cool.
went with leadership because it just it throws everything under there. Like you can lead your team in scoring or lead your team to scoring, like Jokic with a bunch of assists, or Chris Paul like that as well, or how he keeps getting his team chances with rebounding and stuff like that, just leading them to
Yeah,
buckets.
Mhm.
absolutely.
But the third thing that I could think of to truly make an MVP is versatility. So somebody that like could stand in for any position if they needed to and understand the role and handle the role until something else can be done. Because obviously anything and everything can happen during any game, basketball, football, whatever. There's going to be times where you're expected to step into a position where you may not have any experience in, but it's still what the team needs. So that ability to be like versatile or like flexible, I think, is a huge part of being an MVP.
I like that. I was actually just going to say adaptability,
So,
which you hear me out. I think it might work a little better because, you know, Chris Paul ain't playing center.
yeah, true.
Tom Brady's not playing
Yeah,
wide receiver, but if they're missing their center, can they adapt and get that win if they go out in game 5, game 6, and now you guys got a game 7?
Mm,
yeah, yeah. I like that.
You guys
Being able to
figure out
adapt
a
in any
way
situation.
to keep your team ahead of the game or keep them in the game. Can you bring your
I
team?
like that.
Wow.
I like that
yeah.
because the ability to win or prevail like in any given situation definitely is attributes of a
I
true
mean,
champion and
basically is
MVP.
you have to be versatile. So you
Yeah.
got that's basically the same word, except I feel like versatile makes you have to have more gadgets because I think only there's a select few like KD, LeBron James. They're
Yeah.
like Joel Embiid because he's fast. Giannis, they're the only ones that you can
Facts.
plug in anywhere
Right.
and they'll just
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
whatever they want. I mean, LeBron or Joel's not taking the ball up as well as everybody else, but
Mm.
he'll run down that court real quick, to coast it,
Facts. Facts.
and Jokic as well. But
And, I think an honorable mention is like your overall endurance too. Like making sure you're expending your energy in the
yes,
right
the
places at
drive.
the right time and not just burning yourself out before it's time for you to really show up.
Yes,
Facts.
sir.
Facts. Because if you play 2K, you know all about that. Bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes my stamina is down to the bone fourth quarter. I'm like, dang, I can't hit a layup right now.
Not ready
You
for
know what I'm
that
saying?
R2 at all.
Nope.
He's
You do
holding.
that,
Facts.
you automatically lose control of the ball. Like
Yep. Red instantly blinking, like, oh no.
Nah, I only asked that because I was thinking, I was like, why is it so hard for them to pick the right MVP? I was like, well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's subjective because, like, what I think is the right MVP is Joel Embiid every year.
Yeah.
But I guess
You
that's
would.
not fair.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Maya, who do you think? MVP.
That's why they have a bunch of judges, and you got one person that's definitely gonna give Dame his flowers and vote for him, and that's all Dame can ask for while being on the lowly Portland Trailblazers.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
give
think,
me your top 3 for MVP.
Top 3: Jokic, Joel, and Jason. No, Jason Tatum was in it. I'd say Giannis still.
yeah.
What up, Marshall?
Oh
What's
yeah,
yours?
I would have to probably go with the exact same. Because it's hard to picture, like, if I'm picturing
Anyone
like
else?
any type of power player, it's gonna be those three. Like especially nowadays, like I can't really picture, like, if I had to pick somebody else. Obviously I've been talking about Dame a lot. Dame has a special place in my heart, so I'm probably gonna say Dame for MVP as like that hopeful vote.
Dame is the people's MVP. You
Yep.
know, he's the people's MVP. So,
Yeah, I mean
but
he's always going to be a man of the people.
yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
He always got time to do a commercial. Always got time to sign some stuff. Always got time to drop a track.
Drop it facts, man. Yeah. So yeah. And then I do agree with that top 3. You really can't go outside of those guys when it comes to like real contenders in this MVP race.
And right now
Uh,
it's a little locked in with them. Jason Tatum was up there, but I think he's kind of falling back, especially with
Jason
the
Tatum,
shot percentage falling.
facts.
I'm losing
That's why
three
they don't give
times
it out
to
in
the Knicks.
January.
Yeah,
That's why they don't give the MVP out in
Yep.
January, because these last games are important. And if you can't show up for the rest of the season, you don't deserve it, bro.
Yeah,
The
again,
Knicks,
endurance.
you 1-3 against the Knicks.
Yeah, that's brutal. Like,
oh, they're 0-3 this year.
Nah, they played 4 games. They beat them once.
Oh, they played 4 times,
Yeah.
but yeah, they lost 3 times to the Orlando Magic as well. It's like those 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 losses specifically are
Against
very alarming,
Punch.
and
Yeah.
I
Because you
don't
got a
care what their
rookie
record
leading
looks like
the
at the end of the
Magic.
year,
mhm.
unless they change the way they play basketball. I'm not going to be confident in them, you know, let alone going to the finals.
Oh, they definitely won't see the finals this year. Not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Um,
If they see the Knicks in the playoffs, they're gonna lose.